Stars, crystals, cells, knowledge. All of these grow at an exponential rate. Hi, my name is Aaron Harburg, and I'm going to be talking about how exponential versus linear growth affect technological advancement. Whenever you hear about linear growth, it's usually something growing by a set amount, whereas exponential growth is often discussed in terms of percentages, meaning that the amount in which it's growing increases every cycle. So for example, let's say we have two boxes. The first box is linear, and it's going to grow by 4 dots each time. The second box is exponential, and it's going to double each time. At first, it might seem like the linear growth is going to win out, but very quickly, once the exponential surpasses it, there is no way the linear can keep up. To give you a sense of how quickly exponential growth occurs, say we have a petri dish that we know will be full of bacteria within 1 hour. At 55 minutes, guess how much bacteria will have filled the dish? About 3%. Then at 56 it'll be 6, 57 it'll be 12, 58 it'll be 25, 59 will be 50, and 60 minutes will be 100%. Likewise, if you look at this graph, this curve is called a hockey stick curve. And even this curve by itself is somewhat deceptive, because as you zoom out, it shifts over, such that the place that was formerly such a steep curve now almost appears flatline. And you can see this in history too. New technologies are displacing other technologies before societies even had time to adapt. Gordon Moore, one of the co-founders of Intel, noticed that transistors per square inch were basically doubling every single year. This continuous growth became known as Moore's Law. Ray Kurzweil observed that this growth occurred even beyond transistors. So he looked at what microchips were trying to accomplish, namely computation. And so he developed the law of accelerating returns, which encompasses all of computational history, starting from the very simple vacuum tubes all the way up to quantum computing. The thing about those two graphs is that they're actually exponential. The reason they appear linear is because the y-axis is exponential, also called logarithmic. Particular technologies actually follow an S-curve, meaning they start off exponentially at first, but once they're adopted, there's a tapering off as that particular technology reaches its limit. This S-curve tends to follow the adoption curve. Technologies continue to accelerate and advance through convergence. For example, our phones are no longer phones. They're basically smart devices that have been converged with phones. Likewise, even though we're running to a physical limit in terms of the number of transistors we can fit per square inch, we are going to be extending beyond that through technologies such as quantum computing. This interplay of different technologies affecting each other is nowhere so as obvious as with machine learning, which is going to accelerate the pace of technological advancement in virtually every single field. Which is why I'm going to be taking a look at every single portion of the labor market and examine the technologies that are most likely to cause disruption. If you like this video, make sure to like and share, as well as to subscribe to this channel. Until next time, stay human.